Okay, good morning everybody. It is Thursday morning, the weekend before Labor Day, and I have the day off, so I am going for a ride. Welcome to Throttle Theory. My name is James. Today we're going to put some miles on the MT. Today we're testing a few things. We just got the GoPro Hero 12 Black, which is what we are using right here on our Motovlog camera helmet situation. So that's set up on my chin using a Chinmount mount, which works great. We got a few GoPro accessories connecting the camera to the chin mount, but I'm running the RF 1200 helmet, so the chin mount worked perfectly with their 3M adhesive, and I haven't had a single problem with it. It's been great. We took off the rearview mirrors on the MT the other night, and we put on these bar-in mirrors that I got from Amazon for like, I don't know, 20 bucks maybe. So this is the first time riding with these new mirrors. We're gonna see how they do. And I got a plug on the right side of the old mirror, and on the left side we've got a ram ball mount, because eventually we're going to have the quad lock phone mount on the left, and we're going to have a GoPro on the handlebars on the right. So today we're testing open visor right now, new microphone with the GoPro Hero 12. We have a lavalier Rode microphone with the dead cat on it. The cable is wrapped around the chin mount on the front of the helmet, so for the cable excess that tends to be there after you route the mic through the helmet pads, we just wrapped it around the chin mount. So I kind of want to get an audio test going here. Ordinarily, when you get to about 40 miles an hour, there's this crazy wind whistle inside the helmet that the microphone was picking up. Now I run with earbuds, so it doesn't bother me quite as much, but obviously there's really no barrier for the microphone. So we'll do a little bit of highway riding with the visor open, and here in about a quarter mile we'll close it, so you guys will have some clear audio. Put the tank bag, the Cortec tank bag, on the MT a couple nights ago, so now we're running with a tank bag, which I gotta say, it's, you know, pretty convenient to have the tank bag, just because I'm so used to riding with a backpack just to carry all my stuff, and having the tank bag is nice not to have anything on your person when you ride. You know, you're able to feel a little bit free, a little bit lighter weight, like you're not carrying anything, and the tank bag was a nice addition. I've got the Cortec tank bag, tail bag, and saddle bags, but I just didn't see a need to throw everything on this bike right now, since we're not doing our dragon trip until sometime next year, probably springtime. So today we're testing the camera angle. The idea for a good motovlog is you want to work in thirds, right? Is generally the target. So the bottom third of the screen is going to be dashboard, front of the bike. The middle third is going to be the road. The top third is going to be your sky, the clouds. And we're running with an ND filter on the GoPro Hero 12 right now. So we have a ND32, which is supposed to give us kind of a shaded cinematic look. We're going to see. It's kind of like putting sunglasses on a GoPro. We'll see how it looks. This is my first time running an ND filter, and the angle of the GoPro will come into question today as well. See, because when it comes to the GoPro on the front of the helmet, my goal is to make the setup and deployment as quick and easy as possible, right? You don't want to finick with it every single time you go to get on the bike. You want to make it easy, so you could just plug it in, turn it on, hit record, and off you go. So my goal is to try to find the perfect angle with the perfect setup and arrangement of accessories, so that every time I pull my helmet out, I could just slip the GoPro on, turn it on, and go. And I don't have to worry about whether or not I'm capturing the optimal video angle. So today's going to be a way that we can test that. Got the phone right here in the tank bag, which is good. It looks like I am able to see through this clear plastic liner on the top of the Cortec bag, which is good. We'll get some speed going here, catch up to this guy. I get busy talking and I forget that I'm riding a motorcycle and I need to keep up with traffic. Still a little bit sick, getting over an upper respiratory infection that I've had for honestly the better part of a month now. I've been stubborn because I've been on other medications. I haven't taken antibiotics, which frankly is probably what I should be doing. Looks like I did well with the rear view mirrors. The rear view mirrors are angled exactly where I need them to be, which is good. Those big bug ear antenna rear view mirrors were just ridiculous, so I'm glad I took those off. We probably got about 200 to 300 miles left on the odometer before we're going to hit the 600-mile oil change. Yep, we're sitting at 399, 398. So, a little bit longer before our first oil change. We're still considered to be in the break-in period on this bike. But out of the box, this bike doesn't require that you have a limiter on the tachometer. You get the full package right off the showroom floor. So for Moto Jugs with his BMW S1000RR, there was obviously that initial break-in period where they don't allow you to run the bike over about 9,500 RPMs until you've crossed over that 600-mile mark. Change the oil, get the bike up to spec, and then from there, of course, you've got the full engine at your disposal. I should have gotten off right there, but here I am talking and I didn't even think about it. Actually, that's Gate Parkway, so no, I'm good. I got one more exit to go. My riding position on the MT today is very neutral. I'm sitting close to the rear of the seat, but I don't feel like I'm leaning too far forward. I do have my head tilted slightly downward, not just for the GoPro, but just because that's it feels the best when you're at highway speeds, so you get less resistance on your body and on your head when you lean just a little bit forward. But I do want to capture the best angle, like we were talking about earlier with the law of thirds. So we'll see how this footage turns out today. This is Bay Meadows Road. This is how we get to Jug's house. He is going to be riding to work this morning on his BMW, so we're going to meet up with him. I gotta say, so far the setup is pretty clean. No complaints. This bike has been running great. Sounds great, feels great, it's very smooth. Just what you'd expect from a Street Fighter naked style bike. Neutral riding position, I mean, I'm pretty comfortable, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know, you sit on CBRs or S1000RRs, Suzuki GSXRs, and you just have a really aggressive riding position. A few years ago, we rode to the Tail of the Dragon up in North Carolina and Tennessee area, and I was on my CBR 1000, and boy, by the end of the day, I was just, I was hurting, you know. Most people trailer their bikes up there. We actually rode from Jacksonville to the Tail, and well, let's just say it's not advisable on a super sport to ride that far. Now, in the mountains, I didn't notice because I was having so much fun that I didn't care. And every day your body, you wake up the next morning, you're pretty much recovered and you're refreshed and you're good to go. I was, I don't know, 34? No, probably 32 at the time. So, I was good. Woke up at the hotel. I was ready to hop back on the bike and hit it. So we're going back to the Dragon in the spring. Dad, myself, Jugs, my buddy Ken is probably going to go with us. He doesn't have a channel. Moto Jugs has a channel. So should be a good time. No aftermarket exhaust on this bike yet. Something we're thinking about. We might put a Yoshi on here. Those are good and affordable. The Acro, I hear, is good because you don't have to change anything with the tune. A lot of these aftermarket pipes, because with the MT, something to note is you can't get a slip-on. All the MT exhaust systems are full systems. So when you change the exhaust, obviously it's going to change your mixture, your air-fuel ratios, things like that. So it's advised to have an aftermarket tune applied. Well, with the Acra, my understanding is you don't have to do that. So remains to be seen. Probably just is going to require a little more research. This bike has plenty of punch. I will say it gets up real nice. You don't find yourself wanting, you know, with my CRF 300L, when you're getting on these roads and riding like this, you're ringing it out. You gotta really open the throttle up to get going. And if you want that thrill of the ride that most motorcyclists seek, especially sport bike riders, you know, you want that pull, you want that torque. You just don't get that on the dual sport the same way you do on like an MT-07 or something stronger. When you start climbing up the displacement ladder up into the 600-700cc bikes, you're going to get a little more pull, you know, so when you want your power to be there, it's going to be there. And that's real nice. I don't do a lot of single track anymore. There was a little while where Dad and I were doing rides out in the woods and single track riding, and that was a lot of fun. But as of late, I just haven't been doing it that much. And the ADV group here in Jacksonville, where we were doing adventure rides, I just don't, those guys are all much older than me. I don't really ride with those guys. I just don't connect with any of those guys. So I didn't really feel at home in that group. So most of my riding is done on the road, just like this here, and it's pretty comfortable. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. We're approaching Jugs's neighborhood, and this will be our first official test of the new angle with the new mic, with the new camera, with the ND filter, all the above. So until next time, we'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in to Throttle Theory. This is James, signing off.